80% of Americans live in a county deemed to have high or substantial COVID-19 transmission. Those are the conditions where the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says people should wear masks indoors regardless of vaccination status. And there's concern those numbers are going to increase as the U.S. heads towards the fall. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jamie Sherrod. As John Lawrence reports, health officials are stressing the importance of the vaccine.
Health experts and officials have a simple message. Getting a COVID-19 shot could be the difference between life and death.
Delta virus is much more infectious. For those who are unvaccinated, it's more deadly. And for those who are vaccinated, they're protected. So we all need to get vaccinated.
Just over 30% of those eligible to get vaccinated in the U.S. haven't done so, and doctors say that's helping the Delta variant spread.
Vaccines protect you, but also vaccines protect other people around you. And in a way, this is similar to not driving while intoxicated. We have an obligation to keep others safe in our society.
The rise in COVID-19 infections and hospitalizations has caused some businesses and school districts to change their mask guidelines.
Some of the employees in the front that don't want to wear a mask, they're fully vaccinated. We told them we're just going to have to keep doing that because of the numbers rising. We want to keep all the employees safe.
Health officials say masks help contain the spread, but the best tool against the pandemic is vaccination.
If you're in the middle of a thunderstorm all the time, the raincoat is not going to protect you. You may need a raincoat and an umbrella, but the ultimate answer to keeping you dry is to stop the thunderstorms.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Well, some progress is being made. The CDC reports the pace of vaccinations are rising, especially in some of the states that have the lowest rates. The nationwide ban on evictions expires at midnight tonight, putting millions of people at risk of losing their homes. White House officials say they can't extend it after the Supreme Court ruled the moratorium would only continue to the end of July. President Biden called on Congress to protect renters who are struggling because of the pandemic. A nationwide poll estimates 3.5 million people in the U.S. may face evictions. As of July 5th, 13% of Michigan renters were behind on their payments. Two leading groups that represent OBGYNs are recommending that women who are pregnant should be vaccinated against COVID-19. It comes from the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists and the Society for Maternal Fetal Medicine. They say their recommendation is evidence-based since thousands of pregnant women have now been vaccinated safely. The CDC says they have not identified any safety concerns for pregnant women or their babies. All vaccines appear to be equally effective. However, people should be aware of the risk of rare blood clots with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Well, new at 6, state police busted a large-scale marijuana growing operation in Carlton Township. Police executed a search warrant Wednesday at a building on Balsam Street. They seized more than 1,200 marijuana plants and 60 pounds of processed marijuana. The facility was growing and processing in direct violation of the state's medical marijuana laws. State police say they will continue to conduct investigations and pursue criminal charges.
This is our favorite time of the year every year, and it's a big celebration.
That time, competition season. For more than 20 years, blind and visually impaired students across the country have competed in the Braille Challenge. What started as a way to encourage students to improve their Braille reading and writing skills has become a yearly celebration. TV5's Trevor Sahaki has more on the challenge.
While you may be tuning into the Olympics this time of year, the visually impaired community was having their Olympics, and a Grand Blanc sophomore was competing.
I was like, okay, this is really fun. I'm going to keep doing it. And then when I made the finals in 4th grade, I was like, oh, I've got to keep doing this because I want to make it again.
Sarah Murphy is talking about the 21st annual Braille Challenge, a literacy competition for kids 6 through 18 in North America and the UK.
With technology expanding, people, because of that, kind of are forgetting that Braille is still important. And one of the things we do with this is to make sure it kind of encourages kids to keep learning Braille because you're not always going to have that technology with you to be able to lean on all the time.
Put on by the Braille Institute of America, this year, as well as last, was virtual.
I think it's because everything was slower paced. Like, you didn't have to worry about, all right, let's go to the next thing. And I could look everything over without being like, okay, how'd I do? I agree with myself on this one.
Braillers, as they call themselves, are judged on speed and accuracy. How fast can you type in Braille? How about reading or understanding charts and graphs?
Unfortunately, children who are visually impaired, they're not going to be playing. They don't have, baseball tournaments. They don't have, a lot of the sports types of things that, other children have. And this kind of is like that. And it's something they get to own.
While Sarah didn't place this time, she's still got 2 more years to make it to the podium. Trevor Sahaki, WNEM, TV5.
This year's competition wrapped up last night with a virtual award ceremony. The Braille Institute hopes to be back in person for 2023. Well, clear and sunny skies as you take this live look over downtown Flint. But some stores may be heading our way tonight. Meteorologist John Gross is keeping an eye on that forecast. Hi, John.
Yeah, hello there, Jamie. While some areas are not experiencing the shower and thunderstorm activity, others are, and that's primarily near and along the Thumb and in throughout the Saginaw Bay. Let's show you what's going on the radar as of right now. As you can see, the rain not impacting everybody, but it is getting a few areas. Pretty good thunderstorm now moving throughout the northern sections of Bay County. That's just to the north of Linwood. We do have a few more moving over the Saginaw Bay into Lake Huron. Eventually looking to move into the Thumb region, and there is still a marine warning out for the Saginaw Bay. That does go until about 6:15, so you have about another 10 minutes to go, and that's all just due to some of those stronger storms moving throughout the region. As we broaden the view, that's what's going on. There's a cold front that's going to move throughout the region late tonight into the day tomorrow, giving us the chance for some more storms and possibly even the chance for a few water spouts on the water. That's something that we'll have to watch for as we go throughout the rest of not only tonight but into tomorrow. If you're going to be heading out to Munger Potato Fest, you might have to dodge an isolated shower or thunderstorm, but most should stay dry with temperatures eventually down into the 60s. We'll have your full 7-day forecast coming up in a little bit. Jamie, back to you.
Thank you, John. Well, more local news now. Multiple mid-Michigan beaches are closed because of high bacteria levels. The state says Wixom Waters in Midland, Singing Bridge Beach in Aranac, Lake Callis in Genesee, Beaverton City Park in Gladwin, and Lakeview Park in Roscommon are all closed. Now, that may change once the state gets new test results. Be sure to head to the hot link section of WNEM.com to see the latest on the red flagged beaches. 2 mid-Michigan organizations are partnering to support Bay County students. The Bay Area Community Foundation and the United Way are hosting a back-to-school supply drive. This weekend, school buses are parked outside the Meyer locations on Pine and Wilder Road in Bay City. The goal, to set up every student for success.
I know personally if I didn't have the tools to succeed, I would definitely not succeed in school, and I think it's really important for everybody to have the chance to succeed in their lives. We are collecting donations, any kind of donations, pencils, pens, paper, anything that anyone can spare, just so we can help students have a successful school year.
Well, if you didn't make it out today, they are also collecting donations tomorrow from 10 to 6. Families are expected to drop hundreds of dollars on school supplies. Tips on how you can shop till you drop without breaking the bank. The IRS sending money back to more than 1 million Americans. How much they've sent back so far, next. And later, caught on camera, a bizarre break-in. Details on the terrifying moment and what the homeowner says about the incident.